I'm going to start my interview by asking you a few questions about your life and vitiligo.
Okay.
So let's start off by asking, how old were you when you saw the vitiligo appear?
I was 35 years old.
When did you first realize you had this condition?
I started getting spots on my fingertips and my toes.
Okay. What feelings emerged when you realized these spots?
I started getting worried and scared.
Before you went to see a specialist, what did you think vitiligo was?
I thought it had something to do with my liver.
And why your liver?
Because people kept telling me that when you have liver problems, spots come out in your body.
When did you know it was time to see a doctor?
A week later.
A week later from noticing the spots?
Yes.
What were your feelings like when you were on your way to see your doctor?
I was feeling scared and worried.
Okay. Tell me about the conversation you and your doctor had that day, and how did he tell you it was vitiligo?
Well, I went to the doctor's and I explained to him that I was getting spots on my hands and feet. So he asked me to show him. So I showed them to him, and he said if I had any other spots around my body. I said no. So he said, what was the purpose of you coming into this office today? And I said, because I was getting the white spots on my skin. So he said, okay, let me look at the spots. So he looked at the spots, and he said, it might not have nothing to do with your liver. It could be something else called vitiligo. So he said, I'm going to run some tests, and I'm going to do a biopsy, and then we'll take it from there.
What questions emerged when you heard the word vitiligo?
I asked my doctor what was vitiligo because I didn't know what it was. And he said vitiligo had something to do with a gland in your body that stops working. And that's the gland that brings the color to your skin.
What other questions did you have?
I asked him what was, the risk of vitiligo. He told me not to worry about it. You can't die from it. It's not contagious. Like you can't give it to nobody. You can't spread it. But that in the future, I would have to get used to being completely white.
And from that time that you were 35 to now, have you seen any change in your body?
Yes, I've gotten more spots.
More spots. And then let's just take a look at your arms. And when you first realized you had vitiligo, you said it was just on the tips of your fingers?
Yes.
And now they're all over your arms. Okay.
Yes.
What feelings about yourself have vitiligo produced?
Insecurity. Depression. Anxiety.
What feelings about yourself have vitiligo produced?
Insecurity. Depression. Anxiety.